How y'all doing today? Alright, we're going to get started in a few minutes. I want to let y'all know this is a visual and protest for the lives that were lost. It's about these 2 young black men that were recently killed, but it's also about those 5 officers that were slain in revenge because of the 2 black men that were killed. We're protesting for justice. I try to make it loud. But we're protesting for justice and we're praying for the families who lost their loved ones. No one should have to go through this. The senseless killing based on our skin color and misjudging each other needs to stop. So basically, we wanted to have Stop the Killing visual and protest today. We want to gather like-minded people. We want all the people that want the violence and the killing to stop. We need to come together. We need to come together because we don't want this to happen in our communities. We've had some issues in our communities, but we don't want this in our community. We don't want the police to get killed over revenge. We don't want young black men shot down. We need to make the change. So that's why we're here today. We're here out of love and peace. And we're here for justice, not just for our community, but for everyone, for all these cities around that's dealing with these laws, with these senseless killings. It needs to stop. So we're going to get started in a few minutes, and I want to let you know if you have flowers, you can put your flowers over here. We're going to do the visual over here. We have some guest speakers, and we're going to open up the floor towards the end. We're looking for solutions. We're not looking for extra problems. So if you have a solution, I want you to know this. It's not easy putting together an event like this. And we all come here together, but the work just started now. What we do after this day forward is what's going to make a difference. So I want to thank y'all for coming out here today in this hot sun. Okay? And there's a couple of guys from the sorority passing out water, so I want to say thank you to them. And for everyone, fraternity? Okay, fraternity. My bad. You said I was never part of one of those.
No problem.
All right, but we will get started in a minute, but thank y'all for coming out. And once again, this is about peace. This is about love, and it's about justice. Okay? So if you have flowers, make sure you put them over there.
Friends, first thing I want you to look to your left and say you're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Look to your right and say you're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes, you are. You're beautiful because you're out here in the heat of the day in Georgia. Michigan makes it feel like 100 plus. You're beautiful, friends. That won't be long. First thing I'd like to do is bow our heads on the moment of prayer. Most gracious and merciful Father, come before you this afternoon, Lord. Here today, ask that you lead and guide each one here to make a difference, Lord. Not only here, but in our nation. Father, we've come too far. We've come too far to turn around. We know you did not bring us for the people. While we know there's some challenges in this land, there's nothing to overcome. We know we can overcome the Lord with your love, your grace, and your mercy. Come, Father, God, understand one another so that we work together with one another. In the name of the Father, Yahweh, Son, Holy Spirit, child, we pray this prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. I said I won't be long, so let me give it to you real. I'm not known to mix the words, so I'm going to keep it real for you. What we got to do, friends, we got to slow down the dollars. Slow down the dollars. There might be times in the land, but we got to slow down the dollars. God understands when we slow down the dollars. You say, how do you do that, Al? Listen close enough, what I'm about to tell you is going to sound kind of crazy. If you slow down paying your water bill, don't spend the money. Don't spend the money, but don't hold that money. Because you get a little nervous when the money don't come in on time. If you owe property taxes, don't spend the money, but sit on it. You might pay a little money, but it's worth it for it to change the country. Sit on that money. Don't spend it now, because you got to pay it. But hold them property taxes. When you slow down the money to the municipalities, it changes the ideas and ideology. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They understand when you slow down the dollar. They understand that. They're giants in the land and we can overcome it. One other thing. There's a couple of Now I'm trying to be more loud, all right? Well, put us on the path of justice is the passage of the Law Enforcement and the Integrity Act, LETIA, and the end of racial profiling, ERPA. Let me see this here. All right. Reform of policing practices, policies, and laws at all levels must be made immediately because the current system is taking too many lives. That's from the national NAACP president, Cornell Williams Brooks. This is what got to happen, friends. Contact your elected officials, your congressman, your senators, let them know we want these policies passed. But we can't turn around. We can't turn around. We cannot allow continued bloodshed on either side. Now, when these young black men is out here, you can give them to the white folks, and I got to talk to you folks right quick. You young black men out here, if you get put over by the police, the first thing you do is slow down. Reach in your pocket while you're slowing down, get your driver's license out. Now, for you good police officers, don't take this to heart. You shoot don't fit, don't put it on. But young black men, have your driver's license out, so there's no excuse for them to think you're reaching in your pocket. Some of you or some of us are weapons carriers. You don't even get up and tell you got a gun in the car. Show them your police to go to a driver's license and be through with it. Be better, be polite, take them a driver's license, take them a ticket, and move on. Don't sit there and get no respect in this man. All right? Well, you can't win. Now, just give it to you real now. All right, young mothers, especially single black mothers, teach them young boys early how to handle life. It's real. Teach them how to handle life. Respect that officer. Respect the law. Again, have those driver's license out ready. I keep mine in my top shirt pocket when I'm going on a trip. If I get pulled over speeding sometimes I get a head in the foot, I don't want him to think I'm reaching for anything other than my driver's license. If I for some reason don't have my driver's license out before the cop gets to me, police officer gets to me, I let him know, sir, I'm about to reach in this pocket right here and get my driver's license. We understand each other. All right, now I've been hit in the chest by those who thought maybe I had something in my chest. I'm telling you what's real. This is what we got to do. Again, slow down our dollar. One of the last things. We don't have a black bank in Athens, Georgia, but there's some in it now. Everyone, every one of you, to make a difference, you just take $100 to those black banks. They understand finances, folks. You know what I'm saying? If you move that money around, you get people's attention. But we're wrestling out with flesh and blood, but against wickedness and evil in high places. Ephesians chapter 6 reads, that's what we are, friends. We've come too far to turn around. Too far to turn around. We've got a long way to go. We've come a long way. But if you just look around us, there's more white folks out here than black folks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. That's what we're looking for. It's going to take all of us collectively to change and turn this thing around. Godspeed be with you. If you don't have a church, find one, get it. Let's practice what the Bible tells you. Love one another, show love each other, seek understanding. Peace be with you.
Thank you. That was Alvin Sheats on the NAACP, the local chapter. They also have the opportunity where you can become a member. There's a lot of organizations in this community where you can be a member. You can become a part of it and be proactive. Like I said, it doesn't end here today. Some people didn't want to march. Some people didn't want to rally. Some people didn't want to do a vigil because they said it wasn't going to do anything. I said, if Martin Luther King and the Freedom Riders didn't march, protest, or rally, where would we be today? So that's why we have to work together. Because I don't know if he's going to come back. Not because he's doing something wrong, but simply because he's a young black man and sometimes he sags his pants. That's not a way for a mother to live. So we have to be wise and we have to be proactive. Now I would like to introduce Knowa Johnson. Give it up, y'all.
How y'all doing today? Are y'all sick and tired of all these senseless killings? Are y'all sick and tired of poorly trained police officers on the street? Are y'all sick and tired of the media showing images to divide us instead of unite our community? So what we need is a change. We all want to see a change. So I want y'all to help me send this energy out into the universe. We're going to say we want change 3 times. I want this side to say we want change. I want this side to say now, as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. We want change!
Now!
We want change!
Now!
We want change!
Now!
Thank you. We're out here for different reasons today. Everybody has their reasons, but I want to talk about a reason that I think we have in common. A reason that I think is a driving force of humanity in our community, and that is compassion. I think that's the #1 reason we're here today. I want to tell a story that led to me learning something with compassion. When I was 17, 2 of my friends, fresh out of high school, we was on our way to Ohio to work with my grandfather and my uncle. We sell luxury cars. So we had to travel to Florida all the way up. We made it to Florida, traveled from Georgia, Wisconsin, through Alvin, Warren, after we pulled over on dark streets in the country. So we were very conscious about that. We were 3 ambitious black men on the journey. One thing we had in common, being that we were raised in the same neighborhood, raised in poverty, was that we had a sense of feeling that white people did not want to see us achieve anything except for staying out of their way and getting locked up. Now you would ask, how do we come to that conclusion? Well, in our neighborhoods, outside of the mailman and maybe a maintenance man, the only time we saw white people in our community was serving a warrant, someone getting arrested, someone getting evicted, or someone's license, electricity getting cut off. Backed by the stories that we heard from our elders about segregation, slavery, and Jim Crow days, it wasn't hard for us to adapt this feeling. And I'm sure some of you come from different environments, have similar issues, or things that you have to deal with like that. But back to the story. We're traveling, we made it through Georgia, we drove down to West Virginia. My friend Barron on his 70-something LTD came out on us. Back then, cell phones wasn't so plentiful. We didn't have cell phones. We saw a little small town, and we had to actually walk down there and try to find a payphone to call my uncles and let them know that we were stranded. So we get down to the town, we have to walk down the highway, like a mountain. The town was a one-way in, a one-way out, like a horseshoe. I can still remember the exit today. It was the Sharon Creek exit. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. So we get to the mouth of the town, entering the town. One of my friends stopped. He was like, well, y'all sure y'all want to go down? This looks like something out of Mississippi Burn. The other two of us was like, man, you sure? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go down here, but we got to make this phone call. So he kind of lagged back, maybe about 100 feet behind us, and let us other two go ahead and walk into the town. We noticed people close the windows, going in the house, peeking out the windows as we walking down the street. Now this is in the 90s. So we continue walking down the street. A car pulled up behind us. This car was like a dusty, like a Susan advertising car. And it had 2 gentlemen in there and a little boy. The car stopped beside us, riding real slow, looking at us. I remember the guy that was driving looked like Jesse Bobby Ventura. So he rode by slowly past him. He was in the back, had a big water tobacco snuff in his mouth. One of my friends, Tony, was laughing like he never seen nothing like this. So the car stopped. It started backing back towards us. So they got where we were. We were still walking into the town. And they said, you see something funny in there? So we looked at each other like, not want to deal with this, not knowing what's going on. Can't really see in the car if there were any weapons, anything like that. So we decided to ignore it and just keep walking. So the car hit the gas and sped off past us, went around the corner in the direction that we were headed. my friend in the back, by the time we looked back, he was running up the hill back to the car. I mean, we were thinking to ourselves, should we leave? Should we continue going? We decided to turn around. We turned around and we got to the top of that hill, and we saw a mob of people around that corner waiting for us to come around the corner. Being young adolescents, you know, we think we got to respond to that. We started throwing rocks, over in the area because the way the hill was elevated, the rocks could actually travel. This mob started chasing us. We jumped in our car with the bearings broke and everything. We pushed it fast and we couldn't argue with it. The advantage was, when they got on the exit, they couldn't even reach it. They would have to go all the way down to a U-turn and come back where we were, on the side of the road that we broke down. But we made it, to the state line, thankfully, where we just waited there and we saw them come through and turn around and keep going their way. Enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. And I want to talk about compassion because even though I had that experience, today, some of my brothers look like some of the perpetrators that ran me out of town, that threw bottles at me, that called me the N-word in my past. And if it wasn't for compassion, it wouldn't be my brothers. I wouldn't be able to get over that. I would be judging everybody over those acts of those individuals. Confucius, who was a famous philosopher, he defined compassion in short as the ability to see other people 100% equal to yourself, regardless of external differences, and to accept that 100%. That's what we need more of, and that's what I challenge all of you. To show more compassion in your life, especially to people who you're not familiar with their culture or don't look like it. I'd like to thank you guys for your time. Black lives matter, our lives matter.
You have to educate yourself. A lot
How y'all doing? Nah, I mean, how's everybody doing? I'll tell you. And that right there, that's the truth. That's what I came to talk to. Louder. How's that? That's good? Alright, listen. What she said was the truth. And it's not that anyone who said they were feeling good wasn't the truth as well. But that was also the truth. She said, not good. I said, how you feeling? She said, not good. That's the truth. And that's all I came to tell today. It's not going to be popular. It's not going to be comfortable. But it's going to be the truth. See, in order for this thing to change, we talked a lot about love. What is love? A lot of people don't know what love is.
Speak it.
You know, I was watching a movie last night with my daughter, and my teenage daughter. It was Fifth Wing, whatever. You know, you've seen it. And it was funny to me how they were trying to dictate with the narrative of what love is to impressionable teenagers, right? The narrative is what we meet, we have a couple, exchanges, and then we love each other. I've been married for 16 years. I didn't know what love was until my 10th.
Speak the truth.
And all of my, married couples or people who have lived and who have experience on their face know what I'm talking about. See, in order for you to love someone, you must know them.
Yeah.
In order for you to respect someone, you must know them. It's that simple. Because otherwise, you don't know what level of respect you should give them. The respect you give a child is much different than the respect you give an adult, right or wrong? Right. So if you don't know what level this person is on, you haven't gotten to know that person, how can you respect them? According to how they feel like they should be respected. Does that make sense? Does anyone respect treat us as you would treat me the way you would have me treat you, right? If you break it all the way down, that's what it comes down to, right? So if you know yourself and you don't know this person, how can you respect or expect them to respect you? Does that make sense? So I say that to say this. We talk about love, we talk about respect. These things are necessary. But we also need to talk about change. And change starts right here. Listen, I don't want to go to another rally. Let me tell y'all something. 20 years ago, 1996, Edward Wright was gunned down in the project on the east side. In my neighborhood, I heard the shot when I was getting ready to go.
I stayed right there down the street.
Right? Green Valley. I was coming out of my door, 402 East Parker Drive in Nellie B, and I heard the shots. I didn't know what it was. I hear shots all the time. But I got to work, and the sister called, said what happened. Now, me and a friend of mine, we organized a rally from high school, marched here. 20 years later, we're here marching off the same thing. And the only way things are going to change is, first and foremost, there has to be some real open dialogue, right? Real open dialogue about the real problem. First and foremost, we're dealing with systemic racism. Call it what it is. And deal with it from that level. It's not to say that people are racist. But systemically, yes, it is. For generations, people have been programmed to believe that people of darker complexion are inferior. Think I'm lying? The most powerful superhero known to man is Superman. What does he look like? It's not by accident. And we have to acknowledge these things. We have to acknowledge that Black Lives Matter, and then on top of at the end of Black Lives Matter, needs to be as much as anyone else's. Right. So we have to understand that there has been, and until we understand it and deal with it realistically, African Americans, we need to look ourselves, like you said, it starts with what? The man in the mirror. We all need to look ourselves in the mirror and make some evolutionary changes. We need to start thinking more evolutionary. And if evolutionary thinking turns into revolutionary thinking, then that's what it became. Woo. But if I'm not mistaken, we just celebrated the birthday of that, of how this country became. So if evolutionary thinking turns into revolutionary thinking, then that's just what it is. And we have to honestly deal with it. But first we need to make some revolutionary changes. We need to get together and start thinking about some evolutionary solutions. Yes, African Americans. Yes, we need to stop spending our money in these places that are showing us that they don't give a damn about us. Yes. They're feeding you poison. They're feeding you poison. Everyone has seen someone put a daggone whopper on the grill and set it on fire and it don't burn. Everyone saw it. Everyone knows someone who has just gone to sleep at 44 years old and didn't wake up. These things are real. And until we can ever think about changing them, we first have to acknowledge it. I am not a racist. I do not have a racist bone in my body. I am Muslim. According to Islam, you can't be racist. You can't. And if anyone is, they're not practicing their deen the way they're supposed to be. It's really that simple. So how do you think I feel being up here? Not only am I African American, I'm Muslim. And if you see my wife, you will know we are Muslim. So not only do I got those who target me because I'm African American, but also you got those who target me because I'm Muslim. And they both come down to ignorance. Not knowing. And that's what I think, that's what it all started from, wasn't it? We can't love each other until we what? Know each other. Get to know each other. Listen, African American man or woman, I understand that what you went through has turned you into what you are today. And we still reap some benefits from it. That's just the truth. There is no equal footing. That's just the truth. It's not comfortable. It's not easy to hear. It's not easy to digest, but it's the truth. And until it can be acknowledged, worked on, and changed, it will never change. We will keep doing the same thing. Martin Luther King marched. 1 million of us marched to Washington. We still here in Athens, Georgia, marching about the same thing. The same thing. He said the definition of insanity is to do the same thing and expect different results. We need to sit and talk honestly. And I honestly believe that Athens, Georgia can be a model for the rest of the country. This country. I have traveled the world. Yeah. I'm not just saying this blowing smoke. Athens, Georgia got the coolest cops I've ever seen. That's just real. You know what I mean? I've been other places. Go to Atlantic City, New Jersey. Where I'm from. Go to Philly. Hang out. Those from those places know what I'm talking about. We were just at the rally, my man, like my brother, like, did the annual chess conference. It was there. Chief of police. So what does that say? That say that we are all open for the dialogue. We're open for it. We just need to initiate it. This needs to turn into something else. It can't just be be this, and then we go back home and just chill.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
And when we're talking about this later on, and somebody asks you what you do, you can say, oh, I went to the rally. So what? If it didn't turn into nothing, so what?
Right.
If it doesn't turn into anything, so what?
Right.
It's a waste of time. I could be home playing video games with my daughter. But I believe in my heart that he's not for us. And I believe in my heart that something is going to change. First, we have to be real with each other.
Yeah.
And then we can love and respect each other. Because we understand where each other is coming from. The Native American proverb is what? The same thing? You don't know the measure of a man until you do what? Walk a mile in their moccasins. Walk in their shoes. Put on our shoes. Let me put on your shoes. And where you coming from? Then we can know each other. Then we can love each other. Then we can respect each other. Then things will begin to change. Did that make sense?
Coming up next, Wendell.
Everybody. You know, when I was asked to do this, it was a no-brainer. Come out and speak. I just want to say, Martin Luther King has an article out called Rural House. Everybody, let me say a show of hands will read that. Exactly. Long time ago, it was 1964, he wrote this. What he said was, until America deals with the racism in America, we will never be united. If we do a pledge, and we say, and we even call ourselves the United States of America. But I'm really not. Right here, we are united. But are we truly united? We can't be united when we have talks. And we have phrases like, let's make America great again. See, I've been to Japan, I've been to Scotland, I've been to other countries, and I can never remember a time when America wasn't the best. So when you say, let's make America great again, the only thing I can think about is the time when you were telling me what to do, when to get up, and how to work. Amen. Don't tell me that America was at one time not a great place to be. The only time it's not great is when you're not running me. So I can't run you. Maybe I'll kill you. And that's the mindset of some of us who feels like I'm not in control. This is not a place where we can be. But this world is big enough for all of us to be in. And to love one another. And to treat each other with respect. Because until we treat each other with respect, not just black people, not just the white people, but the officers, and everyone else, if we don't treat each other with respect, we'll continue to have these rallies. We'll continue to cry. We'll continue to not have peace. We've got to learn to love one another. We've got to learn to respect. You may not think the way I think. You may not like what I do. I may not like what you do. But at least respect one another. And when you're going to say Black Lives Matter, and I know it's rallies like this that bring us together. But rallies like this will bring us together when we feel each other as well. We got to face that. It's not just when a black man is killed by a white officer. But we got to look at it from the standpoint when we're doing it to each other. We do it to each other. It makes it look as if we're not important to each other, why should we be important to anybody else? Don't ask me to do for you what you won't do for yourself. My life does matter. I brought my son here. He's behind me. And I brought my nephew here from Virginia. Because I want them to know. And I told them this morning. I said, 10% of the people cause 90% of the problem. But I'm being judged by the 10%. I never thought to take a drug in my life. I never thought to rob or steal or steal from anybody. But it's not fair that I'm being judged by those who do. And my son could be that very person that was laying on that ground in New Orleans or anywhere else. Judged by that 10%. So if we don't change our heart, if we don't change our mind, you too. We gotta learn to love one another. That's the bottom line. And to change our mindset. If you change your perception, you'll change your life. Change how you look at things. It's a blessing to see this many people out here in such a short notice. That means that we do care. Don't come together. But we shouldn't just come together on situations like this. We should come together on good things, like when we had the 4th of July thing on that Friday night. It was good to see everybody having a good time and the fireworks. We should come together on more things than just the sad days and the sad moments. We got to learn to come together and love one another and to show each other love. I promise you, the thing that we're afraid of is the unknown. But if you get to know me and I get to know you, there's nothing to be afraid of. So what you're going to find out is, guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you because God made you. And He created me to love you. There is no reason why we should have differences because of our skin color. My mother taught me this growing up. She said, Wendell, you never know who you will or won't be. Don't ever say who you will or won't be. There's not anybody in this crowd that I don't know if tomorrow I'll be on my last breath. There may be a doctor or a nurse or someone here CPR qualified to push my chest in and give me another breath. So don't let my skin color change your thoughts on me. Amen. And another thing, your thoughts on me is not my reality. Keep me proud. Doing my best. Being the best father. Being the best uncle. Being the best friend. Anything else that I need to be. So keep the negative expectations at home. That's right. Keep all your unkind words at home. Because today, we're talking about love. Today, we're talking about change. Today, we're talking about coming together. And today, we are going to make a difference. Thank you, Athens.
I want to say again, I gave y'all 3 action plans. 1, what is number 1, y'all? Can I hear again? What's number 1? Number 2? Number 2? Number 3? Communicate and conversate. Tuesday, 5:30 at the library. How many of y'all gonna meet there?
We the people have forgotten that we are the people. I think that we have forgotten as the people that the people who are in authority, the only reason they have authority is because we give them the authority. The authority they have comes from us. And I think that something needs to be done in as much as when an event like the massacre that happened and the incidents that are happening on both sides, not just the murdering of blacks, but just death is wrong, period. Injustice is injustice. It doesn't matter whether it's a police officer or it's a black man or a white man. Wrong story, right? Right. Plain and simple, people lost their lives. I cried for 4.5 hours every day because I'm trying to figure out how to tell this young man on my head how am I going to help him have a world where he's not going to be judged because his mother's white and his dad is white. And I want to know what can we do as a people. What can we do to stop meeting and talking? Stop talking about stuff and start doing stuff. I think there needs to be a commission. I think we don't have to ask anybody for permission. Me and Tim are going to sit down. We're going to talk about this. We're going to brainstorm. And I think that I'm going to be there. I know I'm going to be there before Tuesday, but there needs to be an equality committee that executes when things start happening in our society that are questionable. We have a committee of peers of our community that steps in and resolves the issue. Because the police aren't doing their job. Their jobs are reserved and protected. They're not doing anything. They're just killing. Last year, 108 black lives were taken in the streets. It took 5 police to die for people to start saying there's a problem. That's not fair. That's not equal. So my purpose, the one of what I'm saying is, we've got to come up with solutions. And we've got to be about balance. We need to start looking at our laws, start knowing our laws, start understanding our rights as citizens. You ever heard of a citizen's arrest? We actually have that right. Has anybody here ever done that? Exactly. So my point is we need to start educating ourselves on the abilities that we have as people and start taking affirmative action. And instead of sitting around pulling out our bones when you see 2 police officers getting ready to brutally kill you, stop them. Stop letting people get murdered. If you see something about them, don't want police officers. Stop it. Start doing things with our families. Stop being scared. We have to start being. Let's march. We won't march. Well, y'all know it hurts all right now. I'm not going to put that down. But make sure you're at that meeting. There's a lot of people out here right now. I see Susan Turtle over there somewhere. Haven't seen her in a while. I see a lot of beautiful faces, man. But how many of y'all can come and not just talk about it? Let's talk about it to get gold. I'm not going to be a dead horse earlier. All we're doing is marching, and we keep marching, and what are we resolving? What's the resolution? We need some answers, and we need them now. And we need some people to start giving us some ideas, besides the ones that I have. But my name's Versatyle.
My name is Mokah Jasmine Johnson.
You don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it is now. Okay, so, we said we're going to treat each other with no respect. We're going to register to vote. We're going to meet on Tuesday at 5:30 to get to know each other and how we can work together to make a difference.
Where are we meeting at?
The library. Athens-Clarke County Library. I love that place. Okay, best library ever. 5:30 at the library.
It's on Baxter Street.
Athens for everyone and Unity Village is hosting a meeting at the library. Okay? The next thing, I'm going to thank myself. I am a master educator. Okay? And I want to teach people their rights and responsibilities. I want to get into some of those places, like corporate America, and teach about race relations and culture and diversity. That's right. Okay? Because we need to get to know each other at that level. So, if you need me to come to your place of business, to come to your school, to come to your home, to come to your youth group to talk and congregate, get to know a sister. Get to know a sister like me. It might change your perception on black women with dreads or black women, period. You understand? Yeah. I'm going to say it again, I'm a master educator. That means I have my master's in education. I'm not just saying. I'm a master educator.
Congratulations.